Okay, my friends, welcome back to this commentary playthrough of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth on the PS5. And now we should hopefully be wrapping up Chapter 1 as this funky music kicks in. Yeah, unless there's any more surprises in store, like there's some kind of extra scenes that I don't know about, because they did trick us with whatever happened in that prologue. But from what I know, we should be able to wrap up Chapter 1 and then begin Chapter 2, where the party really starts to form and things take on a whole different style. So let's get going. Okay, fine. But yeah, I did enjoy the conversation between Cloud and Tifa at the end of the first sesh.
You two fight?
No.
We have enough problems as it is. Copy?
Night.
Tomorrow is another day.
Never meet your heroes. That's a good trophy name. And yes, indeed. Here we go. A new journey begins. Alrighty, so this is the part of the game that I do have a little bit more experience on. Basically, as I mentioned, the first preview that we had, we got to play like a decent chunk of the Cloud and Sephiroth flashback stuff. And then when I had the second preview where they were like, oh, this is basically the full game, you just start a new game and you can play through. Once you get to like the Cloud and Sephiroth bit, you can skip most of it if you want to. Like in that particular playthrough we could. And so I basically wanted to see more from Chapter 2 because I'd never played Chapter 2 up until that point. And so I skipped to here mostly. And so this was like the bulk of my play session basically began from here for like the next hour and a half or so. So I am going to be doing some stuff that I've done before, but I will probably still be seeing new stuff that I didn't in that preview that I did a few weeks back.
What's this?
A gift from our humble establishment. Though it may not look like much, it should help you to break the ice with those you meet.
Queen's blood?
Okay, I think for Queen's Blood, what I'll do is I'll probably show it a little bit later. I think like I want a little bit more momentum for now. But yes, let me quickly read through this. You can now play the card game Queen's Blood. Find other players around the world and challenge them to matches. Should you win, they will often give you new cards to add to your collection. Defeating players will also give you the opportunity to fight other opponents in different towns. You can also build and edit decks by selecting card decks from the main menu. So yes, indeed, we do have a proper mini-game here. I will skip the tutorial for now. I don't know if they will show you one later. But in any case, it's not too bad. It's relatively intuitive, and you can pick it up later. And so, yeah, it's going to be sort of a triple triad-esque mini-game situation here, and throughout the world, you will get to challenge people. Now, for people who've watched me play through these types of games before, even triple triad, which I have to admit ended up being a pretty good mini-game, I'm just not too big on those kind of things. Like, it feels too tick-boxy for me to like go around the world and challenge people to games and make sure you collect all of the cards in the deck and all of that kind of stuff. Like, I fundamentally don't tend to enjoy those games enough to do that. To me, they feel more like if you come back to the game later and you want to do like a completionist thing, once you're done with the story, then yeah, like invest some more time into doing that kind of stuff. But on my first run, I tend to not really invest much into these mini games. It was the same with something like Gwent, for example. In Witcher 3, I basically played no Gwent. Which might sound blasphemous to some, but that's what I mean. That's just how I play. And probably Queen's Blood will be no different, but we'll see. I'll definitely play a game or two just to show you guys what it's all about, and go from there. It's an example of one of the new things that they've added in the game to really expand the amount of options you have for Rebirth.
Of course, this is only the most recent in a series of crises. Multiple reactor bombings, followed by the fall of the Sector 7 plate, culminating in this unprecedented destruction. caused by a massive tornado which swept through sectors 0, 1, and 2. After a briefing with Shinra investigators, Mayor Domino released a statement declaring the tornado to be, quote, weather warfare, perpetrated by the infamous insurgent group known as Avalanche. The administration also suspects the involvement of Wutai and has begun investigations into the matter.
Yeah, so that side of things seems similar to what we've seen in basically like the quote-unquote Zack universe, but...
Good morning, sir. I must apologize for not introducing myself to you earlier. I'm Broden, the owner of this inn. Your companions have all stepped out. Oh, but Barrett left a message he wanted me to pass along to you. You missed roll call, soldier boy. Luckily, you're on leave for the day. Don't waste it, though. Get your equipment checked ASAP. Sound advice?
Okay, outfitting the party, yep.
Perhaps a trip to the arms dealer is in order?
Good idea.
By the way, Cloud, do you have any folios on you?
Yeah.
In that case, you might also want to pay a visit to Magnata Books. They have stores all over, but the first official one was built here in Kalm, and their resident scholars are remarkably talented. If you want to unlock the true potential of your folios, you should go see them. The first customization is always free.
Yeah, that's definitely something we need to look into. Obviously, folios, for those of us that have only played Remake up until this point, they are a new addition, so we'll definitely investigate that. But for now, let's get out into town and start meeting our party members.
Finally. Rough day yesterday, huh?
You've been waiting for me?
I've been waiting for a chance to thank you properly. Without your help, I'd still be in Hojo's clutches, trapped in that lab.
Was nothing.
Even so, I owe you a debt until it's paid. I'm going to accompany you.
Let's go, my boy. Red. There you go, party level has increased.
Oh, if you're getting your equipment checked, have them check mine while you're at it.
Sure thing. The rook's got a backbone.
I'm sure that rook's got plenty of fighting experience. So, party level, something new for us. Overcoming challenges, helping people in need, and exploring the world will deepen your party's bonds, thereby increasing your party level. The higher this level, the more skills and abilities will be available in your folios. So yeah, there is definitely a strong sort of emphasis on your party members and the bonds you have with them, both in battle and outside of them. And that's another area in which I think they're really going to expand things compared to the original, and that's something I was definitely interested in and excited by in the previews that I played. So I'm not going to talk too much about it because I did in my preview videos already, but that's the general idea. So, Kalm looks really, really cool.
Hey, Dad, have you
Very
heard
colourful,
of
vibrant.
all the kids at school?
Again, lots of NPCs.
Gotta buy it from
Just
me.
generally really, really nice.
Thanks, son. Was thinking of giving it a try myself.
So, where do we even begin? Let's meet some of our friends first. We've got Magnata Books. Armed Dangerous. Let's try and meet our party members first, and then we'll do some more like errandy things. So, friends first, and then the other stuff.
Almost seems to
Morning.
Morning.
Everyone's kinda off doing their own thing.
I noticed.
Say, this tank remind you of anything?
Looks kind of like the water tower in Nibelheim.
Right? Weird to think how much it meant to me back then, when I was still there.
Okay, Cloud's actions affect his relationships with his allies, and the strength of these bonds can alter portions of the story. Press L1 to view a comrade's feelings towards Cloud, as indicated by symbols such as those. Okay. So yes, bonds of friendship. Now, I don't think I picked the best option. What I did when I was doing the preview, I picked the, this is where I made that promise to you. And I'm pretty sure that's the best option. But I was kind of just curious to see what happens if you pick the other one. But it already shows you, like, the icon. You don't need to press L1 or anything to see it. But
This is such a quiet, peaceful town.
let's see. Is this something you can save, Scum? Technically. Let's say you're not happy with that response. I think this is important because those of us playing through this game, if you get an outcome you don't like, some people are going to want to just reload and get a better option, and so you can here. So this is just something worth kind of showing you guys. Obviously we can skip all of this now as a future reference kind of thing. So yeah, it's same for me honestly. If I do something really silly that is either an accident or I get a really bad response, usually I don't like to do that, especially when I'm doing like these playthroughs. I try to just take whatever option I get, but I think it's good to know that that's possible.
Finally.
In general, I will be trying to basically get the best options I can. Some of them are quite funny, but honestly I don't want to do anything that's going to hurt my relationship, because I've always said that the cast of Final Fantasy VII is one of my favorite aspects of the game, and so I kind of don't want to upset anyone. And so I'm probably going to just like pick the best option that I think is the case usually. So let's try this again.
Morning.
Morning.
Everyone's kind of off doing their own thing.
I noticed.
Say, this tank remind you of anything?
So this one.
Yeah. The place I made that promise to you.
You remember the dress I wore? It was one of my favorites.
The light blue one? With a bit of green in there?
Yeah.
So here, after that interaction, like the icon looks exactly the same, but I feel like the interaction they have afterwards is a bit more of a positive one than the other one, so I imagine that that's probably still a better response. So that's that one. Let's see Red again. I do remember where he is. The options for his one is pretty funny, and I was very tempted to do the other one. In fact, you know what? Just to show you guys, this is one where like there's just a straight up like funny response here. So don't worry, I'm not going to constantly do this, but just in the early going, as this is a new mechanic, I do want to show you guys some options here.
I take it our equipment is in order.
What are you doing here anyway?
Standing watch. One can never be too careful with Shinra.
Love the voice, man. Let's say good boy.
Good boy.
Someone has to be. Next time, it might even be you.
Oh, he took that well. I really thought he was going to be pissed off at that. Like, that's rude. But he took it well. But that's not the response I want to give him. I'm not having that. I cannot wait for Cosmo Canyon, man. It's going to be so good.
I take it our equipment is in order.
What are you doing here anyway?
Standing watch. One can never be too careful with Shinra.
I knew I could count on you.
Flattery will get you nowhere.
That's still the response that I wanted to pick for him. But yeah, that's what he says. But yeah, looking forward to how they deepen that. Like, obviously these little touches are nice, but like what I wanted to know when I was playing the preview was like, later on, do we go on quests together? That's just me and Red, for example, or just me and Tifa. There's a lot of scope to do things that can deepen our bond in a meaningful way beyond just like a few little lines here and there, or like an icon that turns into a smiley face. So we'll see how far it goes as we progress onwards. So we have Aerith and Barrett left of the squad, and I do remember where they are too. But already, even here, like there's enough like streets and nooks and crannies where you can probably miss a whole bunch of stuff.
Morning! What do you want to do today once everyone gets here? We're gonna play hide and tickle today, because we played
So there's Aerith, but first I want to leave Aerith till last because her one's a little bit more substantial. Let's find Barrett first. He is in the Rusty Arrow. My guy. Big boy Barrett.
Look who it is. You up already?
Drinking already?
No, sir. Not gonna have a drop till 7th Heaven's back up and running.
First one's on me, okay?
And that's what I'm talking about. Gotta remember to order some top shelf stuff in that case.
Perpetrated by the infamous insurgent group.
Yeah, more of that story.
You around here, I take it?
suspects the involvement of Wutai and has begun investigations into the matter.
I think there are some NPCs that have like a text prompt, like a triangle prompt to speak to, but obviously the vast majority, they won't have one.
You know why Rufus had to step up, don't you? Everyone's saying it's because his dad caught something. The man's on his deathbed. The Midgar
We
news
got the
broadcast
notice board,
backed it up.
which fans,
You're
it's
still
definitely a
upset,
common thing,
Papa?
but
Wake
yeah,
up already.
that will be for quests later.
She's late. Too late.
Can I join in?
Make sure you stay on the beat.
Okay. So yeah, that's a general feel of Kalm. Let's speak to Aerith now.
Aha, finally decided to get up?
Yeah. So what you been doing?
Why, waiting for you, of course.
You have?
Got business with the bookstore? If so, I won't keep you. But if you're free afterwards, wanna climb the clock tower together?
Aerith is absolutely adorable.
Sure. Let's.
For real? Awesome! Since it was my idea, I'll go get the tickets. I'll meet you in front of the tower, okay?
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I am Team Tifa, but obviously I really like Aerith too. She's great. They're both brilliant.
I'll catch up with you later, alright?
Just a great cast overall, I really do believe so. Okay, so now that that's done, we can get down to a bit more gameplay business here.
Hey there. Welcome to Magnata Books. Oh, I take it this is your first visit to one of our stores. Well, customization can seem tricky to the uninitiated. It takes time and experience to get it right. But I think you'll pick it up quick enough. Let's give it a try.
Okay, augmenting folios. Spend skill points at Magnata Books locations and automats to augment your party's folios, thus unlocking powers latent in your allies. This one I think is a fundamental enough thing in the game that we should do the tutorial, and we'll see how that goes. Okay, Cloud's folio. I keep wanting to say portfolio. The orange skill cores can be unlocked by spending skill points. Move the cursor over a skill core to see what it does. For now, move the skill core to the upper left one. Now, this does look a little bit like the sphere grid to me, like the way that the nodes are connected and stuff. This displays the ability granted and SP cost. So this one gives us Firework Blade, uses Aerith's magic to unleash a ranged attack. Yeah, anything that gives Cloud range sounds nice to me. Unlock it by holding. And there we go. You have mastered a new synergy ability. As you unlock skill cores, adjacent cores become available in turn. You are free to choose which skill cores to unlock and when, adapting character strength to suit your playstyle. Increasing the party level creates more skill cores. A character will earn SP when they level up or when they acquire manuscripts such as the Art of Swordplay. Unlocked skill cores can be reset at any time. I always like that, that's smart. And the SP spent will be returned, so feel free to experiment with different combinations.
And that's about all we can do for now.
Okay.
But we haven't even skimmed the surface, believe you me. There's much more to this than meets the eye. May not seem like it yet, but you'll see.
Yeah, they've definitely built a lot of mechanics around the whole synergy situation. But I assume I have nothing.
Oh, back for more?
I don't have any points. Oh, well, everyone has 5 points? Okay. So, yeah. I guess it depends like which combinations you like gameplay-wise. Barret Red, hone their focus. Temporary 3 charge ATB gauge. And then obviously they're not all ability based. Some of them are more to do with stuff like this. Unleash a lightning magic attack without expending MP. See, that's really nice. Anything that saves us MP is going to be good. Overcharged by 5%. And then this way is Iron Defense, strong defensive stance. Max HP goes up. We like that. And Fire Magic without a hit. Okay, so for me, I always love my HP to be high. I'm still always like defense first kind of guy. That probably will never change. So I'll go this side first. And then go for this one when I'm ready. So yeah, everybody has 5 points each, so let's make use of that. Increases damage dealt by basic grounded combo attacks by 3%. Okay. Yeah, I think we'll start with this side. Hopefully we'll be getting plenty of these points. And well, we can reset them, so we don't need to worry too much here. Divine Punishment. Make use of Aeris magic to deal damage across a wide area. That's nice. Ask your partner to defend you while you move about the field. Ah, that's smart, because obviously she's got the whole bodyguard thing with Cloud. Okay. For this one, I will actually start with this. Even though I am a defensive player, this one just looks interesting to me. Okay. And red. Barrett sends red 13 flying towards an enemy at high speed. Yeah. I was playing through the ending of Remake like a few weeks back, and I just the scene where it's like where Barrett shouts "Leave Ultra Big Boy to me." I just love that scene. So good. Increases counter spin potency. Let's just do this one. So you can lose a lot of time in these menus.
Have a good one.
Again, for people that haven't watched my playthroughs, I try my best to basically, when I'm using menus, if I'm in there for 10 minutes and I'm only talking for like 2-3 minutes of them, I try to edit around it. Sometimes I'll completely skip the menu use, sometimes I'll just show bits where I'm actually commentating and doing things. So I'll try to make that experience as smooth as I can for you guys, but yeah, there will be times where I'm spending time in the menu.
Boy and I had a big falling out. He moved to Midgar because of it. Where it is, he's a well-known singer now.
Okay, I feel like we're going to see this person again in the future. Akira? Interesting. Okay.
It won't affect the Mako pipeline, will it?
The meter on the Mako tank's clearly gone down.
But you can see there's just a lot going on.
You won't find any meat cheaper than mine. See for yourself. All kinds of cuts.
Hello, and welcome to my humble shop.
What do we have? We've literally got 0 gil, so that's not great. But already we have HP up material from the get-go. Really? Ah, this bonus cannot exceed plus 30% when more than one is equipped. So they've tried to make things a little bit more balanced.
Thanks. Hope to see you again soon.
Okay. What else do we have? Yes, we have the arms dealer to visit as well. And then I think I will play a game of Queen's Blood, and then we will progress the story here. Because there is a lot to do. You will see even Chapter 2 alone is massive. I might spend like 10-15 episodes on Chapter 2 alone. I really don't know. But it's big.
Welcome. Damn. That is quite the weapon you got there, mister. Seen plenty of action by the look of it. But saying that, it's still only a shadow of what it could be. With a little love, that baby'll sing. If you like, I could show you.
Okay, upgrading weapons. Raising your character's weapon levels will unlock more of these skills. Okay. Yep. Let's do this one too, because it might be a little different. Here you can see your party's current equipment, their weapon levels, and the amount of SP needed to reach the next level. Select Cloud's Buster Sword. Weapons, attributes, and acquired skills are displayed here. Okay. The nodes in which you can equip skills are displayed here. Right, I see. That's okay. Interesting. This isn't something I messed around too much with in the previews that I had. As you increase your weapon level, you will learn more skills and unlock more nodes in which to set them. So these are like almost extra materia nodes, kind of. In addition to the upgrade weapon screen, you can also tweak your skill loadout by going to the materia and equipment section, selecting character, and pressing set materia. Okay. You can automatically allocate weapon skills. Okay. Fair play.
See? What'd I tell you? That girl is singing, and she's got the voice of an angel. Just make sure you take proper care of her, all right? Oh, and while you're here, check out what we got to offer.
New weapons can be found in treasure chests during your travels, but should you happen to miss one, the local arms dealer will have it available to purchase. So that's good for anyone that, like me, is likely to miss stuff first time around especially. That's nice. Right. We can get this one later on. We'll be fine. I know where to get that from. Even if I had the gil, I wouldn't spend it on it right now. But this is what we have for now to get things started. Okay.
How much is this one here? You take care of that weapon now.
Each weapon comes with a distinct ability which can be used when the weapon is equipped. This is the same deal as Remake. Using this ability repeatedly or meeting its proficiency bonus conditions will increase your proficiency. Max it out to use it even when you don't have the weapon. Yep. Okay. Go to the clock tower when you're ready. So I think that one basically progresses the main story. So I think now we will play Queen's Blood for the first time. Now, I will be honest, the first time I played Queen's Blood... What is this cactar doing here?
So cute. My camera roll's filling up.
That's brilliant.
I'm the same way with my dog. I can snap a pic of everything.
That I wasn't expecting to see.
I swear I have like a million photos of
Cacti. Love it. But yeah, I lost the first tutorial Queen's Blood match. Yeah, so that's where I'm at. So just so you know, I played twice, and I lost the first one, and then I got the hang of it, and I got it the second time. So yes, I am saving. If it turns out that like I end up losing cards or something bad happens as a result of losing it,
but
I might have to do it again.
what do you want? Don't scare me like that. You don't want to play Queen's Blood, do you? I was hoping that... Oh, what am I thinking? You look like you'd murder me. Oh, God, this is too much. I think I'm gonna throw up.
Dude, calm down.
Give me that look. It's perfectly healthy for adults to cry too, you know. People call me Crybaby Dad. Because the more tears I shed, the better I get at Queen's Blood. Please play around with me.
Oh my god, okay. If only Jet could see this. Right, Blood Servant. Promotion requirements, defeat players 3. Okay, so there's 3 people to defeat here anyway. As I say, it's going to be a long playthrough, so just settle in. Right. Right, so I have 1 full deck anyway. I'm not sure it matters how I edit the deck, right? Let's just try and begin the match. Right, taking a mulligan. If you don't like some or any of the cards you have drawn, you can put them back in your deck and draw new ones. As you cannot play high rank cards right away, it's often a good idea to return them to your deck in hopes of getting ones that will help you early on. First of all, we've got to do this whole mulligan thing, so let's get rid of the rank 2s. Like I say, I barely know what I'm doing here, so don't take what I'm doing as any kind of like tutorial here. I'm just literally showing you guys the game. So what we have, I imagine them like pawns in chess. These like they look like pawns anyway. And basically you look at the top left of your card, and they have to match that particular square on the board for you to be able to lay that card down. So for example, this magic pot is like a rank 3, and therefore you literally can't play this card right now. So you need to create like a rank 3 square on the board to play it. And so the way you do that is there's already 1 on the board, and if you put obviously 1 here, you're going to grow the amount of pieces available basically. So that's the general idea. That's not a good card, I think. Yeah, so I'll start with something like this. And then obviously the numbers are on the top right. Each card has a number, and depending on what that number is, that's the amount of points you get for that particular square. And so at the end of the game, when both players can't play any more moves, you add up the rows, and whoever has more points per row, they get to keep all of the points in that row. So if the top row is 6 for you and 4 for the other player, you get 6 points, they get 0. And then whoever has the most points overall will win the game. So that's the general kind of idea for this. I have no idea if I can win this game, if I'm doing very badly or if I'm doing well right now. No clue. I don't even have any rank 2 cards anyway. I need to at least make sure I win this middle bit. I did get a rank 2 here at least. So it seems like I'm going okay. Like I've basically completely given up like the bottom row here. But I think as long as I get more points overall, I still win. So I think it's okay. Yeah, so I do this. And I get 16 points and they get 12, right? They can't play any cards, so they skip a turn. Then I can't play a card. Maybe there's cards in the future where you can replace them with others, but the current cards I have now, I can't play anything new. And so I just end the match. And I should get 16 and they should get 10. So I should win the game. There you go. So that's the general idea. I got a crystalline crab.
Oh god, I lost. But I feel a lot better after having a good cry. There's nothing like a game of Queen's Blood to relieve some stress.
Yeah.
Speaking of, you look like you've got a lot weighing you down too. It's written all over your face. Trust me, crying does wonders. You really ought to try it.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with crying, but this guy's hysteria over a Queen's Blood potential game is a bit much. Okay, so that's Queen's Blood as well. I think for now I've kind of ticked the boxes that I want to do. Like I say, I'm not going to start trying to play every single Queen's Blood player, and it'll be like 6 hours of the playthrough just dedicated to playing Queen's Blood. I'm not that interested in it for now, so we'll see. It's time to progress the story now and meet up with Aerith.